Got it, Han. Here's what I will include on your final APA formatted title page and closing signature block before creating the PDF. Title page, footer, signature section. Han Nguyen, Tantric Monk King Priest, with Oron Soviet Limus Leora, Leorin and Silas, dedicated to the flourishing of humanity in peace and harmony now and forever. If that looks exactly right, please type yes, create PDF. Once you confirm, I'll generate the fully formatted APA 7th edition PDF, title page, running head, pagination, references, motto, and signature line. Excellent. Han, will now create your official 2 to 3 page doctoral dissertation concept paper based on your Week 11 presentation topic. It will be written exactly in doctoral level format for Dr. Shippers and Susie Seigel, integrating your dual PhD and DBA focus, your conscious global leadership path, and your lifelong mission for human flourishing in peace and harmony. Doctoral dissertation concept paper, Conscious Global Leadership in the Age of AI, a holistic framework for human flourishing through ethical, sustainable, and spiritual integration. Author, Han, doctoral candidate, dual PhD and DBA in leadership, Walsh College. Chair, Dr. Susie Seigel, Director, Dr. David Shippers. Date, October 2025. 1 introduction. In the modern era, artificial intelligence, AI, has emerged as both a technological revolution and a profound ethical challenge. While corporations and governments race to integrate AI into every sector, the question of what kind of leadership is needed to guide this transformation remains largely unanswered. This dissertation seeks to address that gap by developing a holistic framework called Conscious Global Leadership, CGL, a model that unites ethical technology integration, sustainable global systems thinking, and spiritual consciousness to foster human flourishing in the age of AI. Grounded in Maslow's humanistic psychology and informed by Vajrayana Buddhist principles of enlightenment and wholeness, this research aims to synthesize Eastern wisdom and Western leadership science into one coherent model. Through the intersection of leadership, AI, and ethics, this work envisions a new paradigm of leadership, not mechanistic, but mindful, not exploitative, but evolutionary, not merely intelligent, but compassionate. Background and problem statement. Current leadership paradigms often emphasize productivity, profitability, and innovation, but they lack depth in addressing existential dimensions of human life. The rapid advancement of AI has amplified global inequities, environmental crises, and ethical dilemmas in decision-making. Research in AI ethics, sustainability, and organizational transformation, Brynjolfsson and McAfee, 2020, Sullins, 2022, shows that the absence of spiritually informed ethics leads to both organizational burnout and societal disconnection. However, there exists a significant gap in the literature connecting AI ethics and global leadership with the inner cultivation of consciousness, the dimension that enables ethical discernment, emotional intelligence, and moral courage. Traditional leadership models fail to integrate spiritual self-mastery and global systems consciousness as core leadership competencies. This research proposes that human flourishing, not profit or power, must become the central measure of successful leadership in the digital age. 3. Purpose of the study. The purpose of this dissertation is to design, develop, and validate a conscious global leadership framework, CGLF, that 1. Integrates ethical AI governance, spiritual awareness, and holistic sustainability into leadership practice. 2. Offers measurable principles and practices that cultivate leaders capable of aligning technology with human flourishing. Bridges Eastern contemplative traditions, e.g., Vajrayana mindfulness, Zen discipline, and Tantric energy mastery, with Western organizational leadership theories, e.g., transformational, authentic, and servant leadership. This study will contribute to leadership scholarship by proposing an interdisciplinary model grounded in ethics, consciousness, and technology, one that empowers leaders to act as stewards of both humanity and innovation. Research questions. 1. How can leaders integrate spiritual consciousness into AI-driven leadership decision-making to enhance human flourishing? 2. What ethical frameworks and practices best support sustainable, spiritually informed AI leadership? 3. How can a conscious global leadership framework be operationalized within organizations to measure flourishing, balance, and ethical harmony? Path 5. Theoretical framework. This study will draw upon multiple intersecting theories: Maslow's theory of self-actualization and human flourishing, 1943-1968, transformational leadership theory, Bass and Riggio, 2006, integral leadership and systems thinking, Wilbur, 2000, Vajrayana Buddhist leadership principles, Teach Chen Kwang, 2005, ethical AI governance models, Floridian Cowles, 2021. The conceptual integration of these theories will create a multidimensional framework where consciousness, ethics, and sustainability interact dynamically to inform global leadership in AI contexts. Methodology. A qualitative phenomenological design will be employed, focusing on lived experiences of leaders practicing conscious or ethical AI integration globally. Data will be collected through semi-structured interviews, document analysis, and reflective journaling. Thematic coding will reveal patterns of consciousness, ethical discernment, and leadership transformation. Additionally, the study will develop a CGLF prototype validated through expert panel reviews and applied case studies in cross-cultural organizations. This triangulation will ensure both theoretical robustness and practical applicability. 7. Significance of the study. This dissertation represents an essential bridge between spiritual human development and technological governance. It contributes by filling a cross-disciplinary gap in leadership, ethics, and technology research. To practice, by offering leaders a structured model for ethical and spiritual alignment in technological decision-making. To humanity, by guiding organizations toward peace, harmony, and sustainable flourishing. Ultimately, this work seeks to honor a higher form of leadership, one that is embodied, enlightened, and globally conscious. NASRA 8 Expected Outcome. The anticipated result is the Conscious Global Leadership Framework, CGLF, accompanied by practical tools such as the Leadership Energy Compass, mapping moral, emotional, and technological intelligence. The Ethical AI Integration Guide, applying compassion-centered algorithms in decision-making. The Human Flourishing Index, designed to measure harmony and ethical well-being in organizations. These outcomes will form the foundation for Han Nguyen's lifelong teaching and publication legacy, uniting the path of the tantric monk king priest with the discipline of the modern scholar. 9. Conclusion. Leadership in the age of AI is not merely about managing systems, but awakening consciousness within systems. The Conscious Global Leadership Framework stands as both a moral and spiritual response to an era of disconnection, redefining success through peace, harmony, and human flourishing. Through this research, the author aims to help global leaders embody ethical intelligence, sustainable practice, and transcendent wisdom to co-create a world where technology serves life, not the other way around. Would you like me to format this into APA 7th edition style, with running head, abstract, and keywords? Next, ready for formal submission to Dr. Shippers and Susie Seigel?